Question number 29. A light of wavelength 690 nanometers. Lambda is given to you through a diffraction grating with 300 lines per millimeter. N is given producing a series of bright spots. So light comes over here, it will produce bright spots like this over here. Produce bright spots like this over here. Okay. What is the total number of bright spots that are produced? What is the total number of bright spots? How do I determine this? So what we do is, the equation governing this diffraction grating is nothing but d sine theta is equal to n lambda, where n is the order of diffraction which is staying above the bright spots. So usually what happens, at this point you will get a bright one, and then slowly there will be a fading intensity. How many ever spots you get here, the same number of spots you get are here also. Okay. So now what we do is, let us if you are asking about total number of bright spots, you should add the number of spots here, and add the middle one also. For example, if I say 2 spots here, then there should be 2 spots here and 1 more spot here. So definitely it will be 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 1 5. Okay. So always remember, the total number of spots will always be odd. Okay, because you have even number, whatever number, it may be 1 here, then it will be 3 here. If it is 2 here, it's 5 here. 3 here, it will be 7 over here. Okay, because you are counting the middle one also. So by that aspect, I can say this were incorrect. It should be either 5 or 9. Okay, let us see how do we get the correct answer here. Now what is D? D is nothing but, in a diffraction grating, if you observe a diffraction grating, you will have small thin lines over here. It will not be visible to a naked eye. Okay, they will take a diamond and etch it across there. So the spacing between each line is nothing but D. Okay. Now usually they will be given something like how many lines per millimeter are being present over here. It's already given over here. Okay, which is 300 lines per millimeter. So therefore, if there are 300 lines are present in 1 millimeter, then the distance between one line and the other line, something like, for example, if I say there are 3 lines over here, if I say this is a grating, if there are 5 lines, 1 2 3 4 5 lines I have put over here, and the distance between them is equal to 1 centimeter, and I ask you what is the distance between one line and the other line, what do? You will just say directly, you will say this should be equal to 0.2 centimeter. How do I know? So what I do is, I do something like this. I will say 5 lines is equal to 1 centimeter, one line spacing is equal to 1 by 5 centimeter, right? So you get 0.2 centimeter. You are doing the same thing here also. So one line spacing should now be equal to 1 by 300th of a millimeter. That's what you're going to do. Okay. Now let me keep it like this over here, or maybe I can now write this as 10 power minus 3 divided by 300. Okay. Now I got this value, 10 power minus 3 divided by 300 into sine theta. What is the maximum value of theta? See, what is theta here? Theta is the angle made here. Okay. So this could be your theta. So what is the maximum angle you can have? You can have one spot here. You can have another spot here. It has spot like this over here. The maximum spot it can have here is this point. Okay. So therefore, this is the angle that you need to be interested. What is this angle? 90 degree. I will put 90 degree. Sine 90 is equal to n. What is n here? Number of spots. Okay. Which I do not know. I need to find out this. What is lambda here? Lambda is 690. 690 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Now solve it. Becomes easier. Sine 90 becomes 1. So this becomes 10 power minus 3 by 300 becomes 10 to the power of minus 5 divided by 3 is equal to n into 690 into 10 to the power of minus 9, right? So now let me solve this here. Let me solve this over here. So I will now write n is equal to 10 to the power of minus 5 divided by 3 into 690 into 10 to the power of minus 9. When I do this, what is the answer I get? Let us take up this. I get 3 star 690 is equal to 2070. And this 10 power minus 5, 10 power plus 9 becomes a 10 power plus 4, which becomes 10,000 divided by 2070. When I do this, what is the answer I get here? So I will write 10,000 divided by 2070. I get 4.83. 4.83. See, if I take 4.83, I should not take up this 0.83. Okay, the reason is because you can either get a 4 spots or 5 spots. You cannot get a 4.5 spot. So therefore, if I get 4 spots here, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Here also you get 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Total number of spots should be 9 over here, right? 4 here, 8. plus 1 9 here. Okay, so total number of spots should be 9 over here. So D should be your right answer.